Good afternoon. How are you? This is Wairimo Mosembi in my Sunday afternoon program. What did you learn today? What did you learn today? I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all my followers, those who have been following me. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless you so much for taking your time to watch and listen. I want to say thank you. Barikiweni sana. Today was a service, first service. Normally, I share from our first service. It was led by praise and worship team, and we learned something from one of our pastors, God's divine mandate in our lives. And the theme, don't call me Naomi, call me Mara. From the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verse 1 all the way to 20, and you can proceed to the end. I will want to first of all read up to verse 7. In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land, and a man from Bethlehem in Judah, together with his wife and 2 sons, went to live for a while in the country of Moab. The man's name was Elimelech, his wife's name Naomi, and the names of his 2 sons were Mahlon and Chilion. They were Ephrathites from Bethlehem, Judah, and they went to Moab and lived there. Now Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. They married Moabite women, one named Oprah and the other Ruth. After they had lived there about 10 years, both Mahlon and Chilion also died, and Naomi was left without her 2 sons and her husband. When she heard in Moab that the Lord had come to the land and his people by providing food for them, Naomi and her daughters-in-law prepared to return home from there. With her 2 daughters-in-law, she left the place where she had been living and set on the road that would take them back to the land of Judah. This is a story most of us are aware about. And it's interesting to see this woman called Ruth. She has a whole book, a book with 4 chapters, meaning that this is a very important story that was given then. And even the author decided to put it in the Bible so that we can read about. This is a story. We can see this family of 4. We had 2 sons, the wife and the husband, and they lived in the land of Bethlehem where there was plenty. But during the time of Judges, there was no food. So the husband, Elimelech, together with Ruth, or together with Naomi, were from the land of plenty. But message came from the judges that there would be hunger. So they decided to move to Moab. They moved to Moab. And we know Moab is a seed of sin. It's a seed where men were worshiping idols, where there was no hope and at that time. So they left the land of promise and went to the land of idols, idol worship. We see in this story, Elimelech left and went to Moab together with his wife and 2 sons. They forgot the land of plenty. They forgot Bethlehem, which was a land of plenty. What did I learn from this story? I learned that Elimelech means God's king. And this God's king left the land of plenty. And he took his family because of famine. But we see when he left the land of plenty, although that time there was hunger, he left and went to Moab, where there was idol worship. Oh my, I listened to this story and I learned that there are times we leave the church. There are times we leave our God when things are not working for us. And we go to the world, we go to Moab. We see these men when he left Bethlehem, he went to Moab. What happened? He died together with the sons. Many times, Christians, we don't want to persevere when there are challenges. We leave our Bethlehem. We leave the house of God. We go out seeking for assistance out there. We see Naomi was left with her 2 daughters-in-law and began to think about the land of promise, Bethlehem. And when she heard that there was plenty, she said she has to leave and go back to Bethlehem. Ruth understood Naomi. Ruth is one of the daughters-in-law, and she understood the heart of this man. She understood this woman, not man, this woman, and she said, I'll go with you. We can see Naomi going back. If you read up to 22 there, Naomi very discouraged, very desperate. She even goes back and tells people, don't call me Naomi, call me Mara. We can see this woman in pain. The whole story tells us all what happened. But this Oprah decided not to go with the mother-in-law. And she said, I'll go back to my people. Because she didn't want that change. She knew Bethlehem was a land of plenty, but she decided to stay in Moab, where she would continue worshiping their gods. I see this story from a different angle. What did I learn today? There are choices that you make that will determine your destiny. Look at Elimelech. He decided, do you want to believe that it's only him who would face hunger in Bethlehem? No. But we are told he decided to leave Bethlehem, land of plenty. So there are decisions we make that will determine our destiny. What are these decisions you're making in your life that will turn around your life? We see Elimelech, when he went to Moab, a land of idols, it turned his story. He died together with the sons. And we see this Naomi deciding to go back to her people, her land. And when she went there together with Ruth, Ruth had seen something in this woman. She wanted her God to be her God. She wanted Naomi's God to be her God. And when she went there, do you know what? Her life turned around. She met Boaz and she married in that family. Later, we see Jesus coming from that lineage. Don't you see the plans of God when we live in the plans of God? What did I learn today? I learned that there are different types of pain. One, heartbroken. You go through pain and cannot change, and that pain can change to offense. That's what I learned. And this hurts you. God divine mandate for his people is to accomplish, sometimes it's to accomplish his will through pain. I learned you're either going through pain, you are in pain, or you are without pain. When you live with pain, you will not forgive and you will carry the offense. When you live in a life of heartbrokenness, you will live in pain. We see Naomi going back and saying, don't call me Naomi, call me Mara. I mean, she was living in pain. 10 years in Moab was enough to inflict pain to this woman. She went back without anything. She went back without anything to her name. She went back without her husband. She went back without her sons. And mark you, the sons didn't have children. We see sometimes we leave the house of God and we go out there thinking that out there will be celebration, there will be good things. But when we come back home to Bethlehem, to the house of God, things are so tough for us. I learned also there is also consequential pain. This driven by choices we make. Elimelech made the wrong decision. We see also Oprah making wrong decision. The preacher said, sometimes there's so good sweeteners in the world that is attracting young people. He's a youth pastor. Young people, you want to go to the disco, but at the same time, you want to serve at the altar. These two things cannot mix, my friend. So your choices will bring consequential pain in your life. Your choices determine the kind of pain you get. As a young person, this is the high time you make your choices. The other day, I was somewhere seated. I was in somewhere. And it was a Friday evening. And I saw young girls so drunk. Young men so drunk. I'm like, guy, what is happening in this world? Things are bad. The third pain is situational pain. Influenced by the situations we go through. The third one, inflicted pain. Men can be offensive and they inflict us pain, and sometimes we are not able to forgive. And the fourth one, discipleship pain, the pain of being a Christian. Make a choice. When you make a choice as a believer, my friend, not everything will be good. Not everything will be wonderful. Not everything will be, no, not everything will be good, my friend. The things will be tough for us as believers. The other day I was telling a friend, the life of a believer is full of inflictions. It's full of challenges. When you remain in Bethlehem, not going to Moab, there are challenges as a disciple of Jesus Christ. For young believers, when they accept Jesus, they think things will be okay. But I'm telling you, things will be tough. Maisha ya mwenye haki, mateso ya mwenye haki ni mengi. Oh, let me tell you, you face challenges. Sometimes people will hate you. Sometimes in your workplace, people will not love you. Sometimes people will be on your case. Sometimes even in the church, people will not love you. But I'm telling you today, there is discipleship pain. But the Lord God has given us hope that even if we pass through fire, He is with us. My friend, how I pray that God will come through for us. Let's remain in Bethlehem. Don't go to Moab. Don't go to Moab, because there is divine mandate in the kingdom. May God bless you so much. This is none other than Wairimo Mosembi in my Sunday afternoon program. What did you learn today? Bye, and God bless you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Bye, bye. God bless. God bless. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Sunday afternoon program. What did you learn today? Wairimo Mosembi. Thank you and bye.